Hello guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of my trading week, the number of trades I took, and show you guys how exactly we took them. So the first trade we took was the Canadian dollar Japanese yen. So this is where we took it. Okay, I remember I shared this trade too with my VIP members. So let me just let me see. Tuesday. Okay, so the first trade we took on Tuesday, because I did not trade on Monday, was the GBP USD. So let me go to that. Okay, let's start from top to the bottom. Okay, first trade I took was on Monday, the GBP USD. So first, I'm just going to go ahead and just delete this. Okay, let me just delete this, what you see on the screen here, but I will bring it back. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete. So on Monday, we were somewhere around here. So the market was actually trading in a range and then it broke. So on Monday, the market was somewhat trading in a range. Okay, so the market was trading in a range and it finally broke that range from top here. Okay, finally broke the choppy range and it broke above. So I applied the concept of the breaker block concept. Okay, so we have a break right here. Okay, and then we have our breaker structure right there. We have a breaker structure. We have a pullback, which these are imbalance right here. Okay, this is my imbalance right here. Okay, so this is my imbalance, right? So that's my imbalance. Okay, my inducement. So I have a second breaker structure right there. So that was the trade I took, the first trade I took on Tuesday. Okay, so now what happened? All right, I'm going to scale down to the 30 minutes to be able to mark my breaker block. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and mark my breaker block on the 30 minutes time frame. So it's almost similar to what I'm seeing on the hourly chart. Okay, so just going to go ahead and mark it out. So we have that area right there. So that's my breaker block. So you see what happened, the market just traded into it. So I'm just going to go back to the 1 hour time frame. Let me see if that's the right one. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and adjust it a little bit. So that's my breaker block that the market came respected. Okay, so you see how the market respected it, tapped into it. Okay, and we had our sniper entries right here and stop loss just a few pips, not even up to 10 pips, and we had that target. So that was smashed. Okay, so you see this was actually pretty simple and it was cool. That was Tuesday. So let's go back again to the Telegram group. So you see I had a sniper entry, so you guys can see it. Let me click on the picture. So yeah, so you guys can clearly see we had a sniper entry with the 5 lots. We made about $2,500 from that trade. So right there you can see it ran and probably it hit our TP. So I took partials. Okay, it hit our TP. I took partials. I still had some left and then I closed. So Wednesday, which trade did we take? We took the USD Swiss francs. Okay, and then we'll come down to today. All right, so we took the USD Swiss francs. So on Tuesday we took the USD Swiss francs. So first we have our sweep of liquidity, which we have right here. Okay, so we have our sweep of liquidity, which we have right there. Okay, we have a sweep of liquidity and we have a breaker structure to the upside. Okay, so we have a sweep of liquidity, we have a pullback, and this pullback provides our structural liquidity, which is this. So and then we have another breaker structure above right here. Okay, so we have another breaker structure, right? So remember, so we have the trade, we took the trade right here, stop loss were just below here. Okay, stop loss were just below and we're targeting that area. So TP was smashed. So right here was my POI. So you see, I took this trade. I and my VIP members who took it. So market came, tapped into it, and pushed to the upside. So we had a nice 1:5 risk to reward ratio on this trade. Okay, so let's look at that. Right. So see, we had the sniper entries. We were loaded. Okay, so this is a profit account. I was able to pass my phase 1. So currently I'm in the phase 2. So all right, so we see that. So even just that alone. So also we had the CADJPY. So we also trade synthetic too. I had a sell for the CADJPY later that day. So let me show you guys that. So CADJPY. So this already we had for this. So for this, okay, for this already we are looking at the bigger time frame. So I expect this guy to sell all the way down to here. So but don't expect it to be that easy though. We're gonna be ups and downs. So we'll have a sweep of liquidity, which is right here. Okay, we have a sweep of liquidity, we have a break of structure, we have a pullback to provide structural liquidity, which we have at that area, and we have a second break of structure here. Okay, so now the thing is we have this our inducement area liquidity. So you'd have entered there, but I did not. I just waited for. So here's my target. It just smashed. So I just waited for the same setup on the smaller time frame. We have sweep of liquidity, break of structure, pullback to provide structural liquidity, and second break of structure. So if you look at that clearly, you see it. I just don't need to annotate on the chart. Sweep of liquidity, break of structure, pullback to provide structural liquidity, and second break of structure right there. So we use 15 minutes time frame confirmation to actually enter this trade, which is all right. So I'm not blabbing about this, so I'm just going to go ahead and just show you on the screen. Okay, so let me show you guys. So right here you can see now coming, we had our entry, we had to sell around 3:24 p.m. Let me see. Yeah, so right here you can clearly see the entries after the confirmation. Okay, so and it went, we had about 100 pips, 200 pips on that. So TP was smashed. Okay, so Thursday, we had nothing too much going on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday I think we bought gold. Yeah, so for Thursday we had a buy on gold. So let's look at gold for now. All right, just give me a few moments. So for gold, Thursday we had a buy on gold. Okay, this nigga is crazy. So come on, something. Okay, so Thursday we had a buy on gold. So let's look at that trade together. Let's look at that stuff together. Okay, so we're gonna look at this together right here. Okay, but the market did not actually get to TP. We had a break even on it. So we have a sweep of liquidity, which is right there. All right, we have a sweep of liquidity. Okay, so we have an internal structure. Okay, we have an internal inducement. Okay, which is that right there. Okay, have an internal inducement. So liquidity. Okay, we have an internal inducement. So and then we have a market structure shift, which is right there. Okay, so what happened? All right, we have a breakout structure, market structure shift. So what happened? We have the market coming down to sweep the liquidity within this area, and this was more or less my POI. So I'm just going to go to the 5 minutes time frame and just look at that. Okay, just going to go to the 5 minutes time frame and mark that area, and then this was my protected low. So we're kind of like aiming for the highs. Okay, the previous day highs. So we're just there. Okay, it was a sniper entry. Okay, stop loss. I know it's always at the low, so I'm not scared to like overweight. There are some trades I wait for confirmation, some I don't wait for confirmation. So you see what happened, right? So see that. So you guys clearly see that. So that's actually amazing farm. So what happened? We had a break even on this. We had a break even. So let's look at it from the Telegram channel. So I shared the setup even with my people. So we had our entries. We had about 100 pips. I just did not update them later. I got busy. So and today we have a buy on GU. Okay, let's get back to that. So GU, you guys saw what was on the screen. So today's Friday, market is so slow. Probably maybe we'll see good setups on Monday. All right, so right here now we are looking at GU. Okay, it's been bullish. Okay, so we look to the left here. What do we have? We have a sweep of liquidity, right? All right, we have a high, we have a sweep right here. Okay, so we have a liquidity sweep. So since we have a liquidity sweep, we have a break of structure to the upside, market structure shift. Okay, so we have our market structure shift, whatever you want to call it, can be BOS, what. So we have our inducement right here. Well, we have our inducement right there. We also have inducement right here. So this was the inducement that I actually waited for. Okay, so we have our inducement right there and we have our PY here. So that's why we took this trade on the VIP group. Sorry, the future Telegram group. I'm sharing my setups there with my farm. Okay, so I share my setup there on the free group. So don't hesitate to actually join us. So right here, you can see we have our entries. Stop loss just a few pips under. So we are going for that high right there. We can take partial somewhere there, somewhere around here. We can take our partial. So let's look at the group. So this is the GU. All right. So we are on it already. So let's see what happens. So guys, don't hesitate to share the LIKEMINDEX team, okay, to as many persons as possible. This is a movement, guys. This is a movement. I can't emphasize more on this. So this strategy works best, not because it's the best strategy, but because it has a layout. Okay, it has a layout of how the whole thing plays out. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel for more and more videos like this one. Okay, so see you guys.